Good fucking afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How the fuck are we doing today? I'm doing pretty well. I've been doing pretty well. I already started to try to look over there. Good thing we caught it early. We're not doing it anymore. Shit. I gotta pause this. Hold up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. It's been like an hour and a half, dude, since I paused this motherfucker. Me and Adam just did a whole podcast within the podcast. And then me and Chance are going to do one when he gets home. I love this shit, man. It fills me with such a... gives me fuel. Gives me fire for a living. I love it. Me and Adam were fucking talking about all kinds of shit. We're talking about spirituality. And we're talking about work ethic and working. And that man is awesome. The Adam Hudson. If you know him, you know him. If you don't, you should. He's a fucking legend around here. But he's a good dude, man. He's fucking working his ass off. 12-hour days. 13-hour days. That man doing construction. Moving heavy rock around and shit. That shit's some baller ass shit. I don't even know what the fuck I was going to talk about on this podcast. To be 100% honest with you. I guess we could talk about how I'm not even supposed to be off work right now. Because these motherfuckers, I told you when I left the motherfucker the first time that the fucker was tanking. It was going down. And I know it's a surprise that I went back, but it's a pretty good place to work inevitably, or regardless of if it falling apart or not. Like, I don't know if it will completely go under. I mean, every company does at some point. But if you talk, like I talked to the older gentlemen and stuff there, and what it used to look like, it's nothing like that anymore. I've been standing around a lot. I've been fucking leaving early because I don't have shit to do. I don't know. Well, I'm just riding the ship out till it sinks. And that's all you really can do, man. I don't understand. That's not what I want to say. I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. Like, I have nothing, absolutely nothing in my head. I just did like an hour with Adam. I don't even remember what I was thinking about when I sat down. What I was going to fucking speak on. Just give me a second to contemplate my day. Oh, yeah. I remember exactly what I was going to talk about. Well, at least one of the things. I fucking watched the presidential debate with Kamala and Trump. Oh my god, dude. That shit was so infuriating to watch. To watch her lie. And to watch her puppeteer herself as if she's this great person. It was so disgusting to watch. I was literally getting so mad watching it. I was wake up mad almost every morning just because I'm waking up. I hate waking up. Unless it's naturally. If I'm waking up naturally at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, then bet. If I gotta wake up to an alarm or if somebody wakes me up, then I'm pretty irritated about it. And, so I woke up mad. I was going to call in. I was going to call in yesterday, too, because I hate going there when there's nothing to do. I just sit around most of the time, watch podcasts, weld random shit together. I made a trophy at work yesterday. It's pretty fat. Well, no, it was on Monday. It's 2 days ago now. I made a trophy out of nuts and bolts. There's only like 3 or 4 nuts in it, but I just started to fucking stacking bolts together, spot welding them like. I just built a tiny tower, and then I was like, I'll probably get yelled at for this, so I was like, guess we could see how far we can get this thing till we get yelled at. So I just kept sticking the bolts together. My lead was sitting at his desk right in front of me. That's why I thought I was going to get in trouble. And so I fucking was just like... And after a while, he went home, because he goes home an hour before I do. And then I ended up just with this fucking weird base that I didn't know what to do with. It was like this weird tower that it looked like something that could hold something, like a plaque or something. So I'm like, huh. And so I went and found, there's this like triangle metal piece that has been sitting, it's been sitting under a table for I don't even know how long. That thing was caked in dust. I don't know how long it had been there, but I remember seeing it like every day, and I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do with it. I never intended to do anything with it. I just saw it there, and I just absorbed my environment. Whatever I see, like, if I'm looking right here, I see the shoes behind me, I see the lights, I see the computer, I see the TV, I see everything. I'm just always absorbing my environment. And so I see it every day, and I'm like, oh, I know exactly what to do. And I fucking welded that thing onto that base. But then it started to get a little top heavy and wanted to fall forward, so I had to restructure the base. And I made sure it was structurally sound on the base. And then I fucking wrote down official welding trophy. And then I put my name on it. And then I put best black welder in 2024 because I'm the only black welder in that building. And I thought it was hilarious. Best black welder. And then I underlined black. I think I deleted the picture, actually, because I'm like, I have the physical object, but I actually know where to find it. I'll find it just so I can show it. I'll show the goddamn picture. Also, you guys start seeing a bunch of random shorts I'm posting. It's because I'm fucking testing the shit out. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just cutting. I watch podcasts sometimes, and then I fucking cut them up. I've cut funny parts out. Or this one I post to the gym. I wanted to see if I could. I'm trying to see if I could. How many audiences like I can get in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you put like keywords into the shorts, I'll show the picture in a second. If you put keywords into these shorts, then it'll go to different categories of YouTube's algorithm, right? So if you have mushroom videos, if you finding mushrooms in the forest, and then you got fucking gym videos, and then you got podcasts, and then you got Formula Drift. That's what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna post a fucking picture of us starting a fire. I just want to see what happens because that Formula Drift video has 1.7 thousand views already. That's how crazy it is. It's been up for like a day. I didn't even do anything. I just put it there. I was like, let's see what happens because it did all right on Snapchat, so with its algorithm. So I'm like, let's test this one. That's all I'm doing. I'm slowly like when I started this thing, and I do not recommend watching the first one. Do not watch the first podcast if you have any hope and sanity left in your being because that thing is terrible. But I didn't know what I was doing when I started this thing. I just knew, hey, I want a podcast. That sounds fun, talking to people and just doing solo ones by myself. So how the fuck do I start this? And Joe Rogan's always saying just set up a camera and do it. And so I figured with Chance at one point I could talk for a long time and I could listen. And I didn't know that I had that capability because I'm pretty bad at conversation, and or at least I used to be. And I'm socially anxious, so I don't like going to talk to people very much unless I'm like comfortable around the people. That's why I like stick with my family usually. On the weekends I go see my family, or I stick with Chance because my brain just likes familiarity. It likes knowing, because I got this weird thing in my head, and it's affected me my entire life, that if it feels like I'm being suppressed in any way, like I have to act a different way than I want to act. Like, and I'm not saying like I get to be a dick and just because I want to be type shit. No. As long as I'm being respectful and I'm not like judging others or being a dick to anybody else, then I feel like I should be able to be how I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's an example I can bring up here? Like I eat a lot, and at first Chance and I we wouldn't really get in arguments about it, but he'd like make he'd make jokes about it. It's his way of like bringing the situation up, and that I do the same thing. It's like a lot of people do it. Like, oh, you're fucking eating again, god damn it. But like, I've always eaten a lot my whole life, and it was just normal to me to consume that amount of calories. That's why I put muscle on so fast, was because I went ham in the gym, and then I eat a shit ton, and so the calories had to go somewhere, and I was burning them into muscle, and that's just what happened. I didn't even mean for it to happen. It just happened. And so he would say stuff about it. And what was I talking about? Oh yeah. And a lot of the time when people like bring things up to me, or like people do things that irritate me, I just bite the bullet. Like, or like if he like it I don't want a doggone Chance. It sounds like I'm dogging on Chance. I'm not dogging on Chance, all right? I love that motherfucker. But he would do it so often, and it's probably because I would ignore it a lot of the time. I'm going to take my responsibility here. I would probably ignore it a lot of the time because that's just what I do. I bite the bullet. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to leave this motherfucker alone. I'm not going to say nothing about that. Change the subject. Because I don't want to have to deal with like an altercation or like a hard conversation. Sometimes I'm just tired and I don't want to do it. And so after a while I would get angry about it, obviously, because I'm having to feel certain ways about suppressing aspects of myself. I don't like that. If it's like a bad thing I'm doing, like my drinking, that was a problem. I was drinking every day. I was fucking drinking shit tons. And I was basically a high-functioning alcoholic. I've been like a high-functioning alcoholic like twice now in my life. I don't know why. Alcohol is just fun. It works for me. It works to like give my brain that relief, that edge off, just to be able to think clearly for a second. Because my brain works so fast, and there's always so many things coming into it. And then it's like, I don't know what to do. But it just takes that edge off. But then you overindulge, and it becomes a problem. And so people told me it became a problem. There were times, I don't know if I've ever talked about this, it was fucking scary. It only happened like 4 or 5 times maybe out of like every time I drank, which was a lot. But like there were times where I would black out, like my brain would completely shut off, but my body was still moving. I didn't know that. I was fucking blacked out. I was gone. But people around me would tell me I was doing things. Like I would get super angry and aggressive. And that makes sense to me because I have that inside of me. I know I do. Because it's just a part of ADHD. We have a lot of angst. We got a lot of energy. It's easy to put. So we're overstimulated because we have a lot of energy. And things are always coming in. And so we want to we get stressed. We want to put that stress somewhere. So either we got to move. That gets rid of the energy so we can move, we run around, we pace, we fucking kick our legs, and that relieves that feeling. Or anger is another relief because it's so easy. You can get angry really fast, and it turns to anger so quick. And I know that I have that in me, and it's a scary demon. That's why I fucking have been on this journey. That's why I go to the gym. That's why I fucking do supplements. That's why I take care of my brain and my body and I meditate, is because I know I used to be a super aggressive and angry person. And that scares the fuck out of me that motherfucker's in there. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be hurting people. I used to hurt so many people, bro. I used to hurt so many people, not intentionally. It was just, I was so caught in my own head that I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing around me. And I wasn't like stealing money and shit, but like I would manipulate people and I would coerce people into giving me things, and I would do like sneaky, grimy little shit to fucking get my way. And that's gross. It's disgusting to do that because then you're hurting the relationship that you have with that other person, whoever that person may be. Your dad, your fucking significant other, your brother, your sister, whoever that is. If you're trying to coerce them or manipulate them or act upon them in a way that they are not doing willingly, you're trying to basically what's the word? You're trying to enforce your will upon somebody. That's fucked up, dude. That's controlling. You're trying to be God. You're not God. And I'll admit, I thought I was, because I didn't believe in something higher than myself. And so I thought I was the king of my little world. I thought I was hot shit. I thought I was awesome. I came to realize I'm fucking not. I'm a little human guy just like everybody else. But I thought I was hot shit. Like, I tell people this all the time. As a kid, I thought I was the king of the world. I'm like, hey, everybody else is retarded, and I'm the best. I was a little narcissist, for real, dude. And I think it was because I forgot to make the phone call. I was going to make the phone call. I think I'm going to do it. Maybe. I might do it tomorrow. I'm going to make a phone call to the hospital and figure out what I got to do to request my medical records, because I want to see exactly what prescription pills these motherfuckers were putting me on at these ages. I don't know if it'll tell me. It'll probably tell me dates and when I was getting these things and all this shit. That's what I want. I want to look at all that shit. I want to read all that data. I want to collect all of it about myself. I'm going to do it too. I'm going to fucking call them. I'm calling them either tonight or tomorrow at some point. And I need to see what the fuck I got to do, because I want to do it, man. I want to figure it out. I want to see what the fuck they were doing to me. I want to see what kind of guinea pig lab testing they were doing. Just because I know there was a few that were fucked up. And I know how they made me feel. But I don't know exactly I know what people have told me they were. I know what one was because I looked at the bottle and researched into it. But I want to know exactly. I want to see it on paper. I want to see that. It's like genetic testing or something. But I want to see my goddamn pharmaceutical testing. I want to see what the fuck kind of... Because they were never going to take me off that shit. I know they weren't. There's never a plan to get the person off the substance. That's the thing. That's my only issue with the pharmaceutical industry. And the doctors. The doctors don't really know. They're just kind of stuck in the system. But these motherfuckers, they don't try behavioral skills. They don't try supplements. They just go right to fucking banging these goddamn pills out, man. And then, why I think that they had to play a part, because I'd felt my soul before. I know I did. And then, this sounds nuts. I always think about that when I'm talking. I always catch, like, what the fuck I'm saying, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? From what I've experienced and learned, alright? But, I felt my soul as a kid. And then these pills made me focus outward. It's like, I wanted to focus on everything but myself. I was so impulsive, like, and I still have residuals of it, man. It's so hard for me to feel, like, come into contact with my body. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, there's an energy field in your body, and you can feel it. Like, I feel a different kind of energy. I feel ADHD energy all the time. But there's a different kind of energy field within your body. It's like your body, but it's not your body. It's an energy field within there. And I felt it before, but it's hard to feel because the brain is just a sneaky little guy. He's a sneaky little devil. He's always fucking with us. I got a book here, Growing Gourmet and Medicinal Mushrooms. I got to get onto that too. Jesus Christ, people. Alright, we got to request them. We need to make a to-do list. I'm going to do it, because these are things I have to do. That. Start medicinal gourmet mushroom operation. There's actually a guy that came up to me. There's a guy that came up to me at work today. This guy, he's never talked to me. Like, we don't talk a lot. And he came up to me, and he was asking if I knew where to get weed and mushrooms from. Oh, can you believe that? Me, little old me? I would never do that stuff. But I had a little conversation with the guy about it. But I don't know where to get that shit. I'm not a fucking dealer, dude. I work my ass off for my money and what I have. And I fucking grind it out. And I suffer a lot. These muscles and this brain and my fucking meditation practice and all this shit. And I'm not fucking hyping myself up, obviously. Anybody can do what I do. I'm not special in any way. I've just done more. Done more than I did yesterday. That's what I try to do every day. I'm not trying to, like, act like I'm better than everyone. I'm this big guy. No. Fucking stupid. No, I'm fucking dumb. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the sharpest tool in the box, alright? I'm just here, alright? I'm trying to help people. I don't know how to do it any other way than educate myself, help myself, and then maybe pass something on to people. That's what parenthood is, essentially. And I think that's what we're all trying to do for each other. I talked to Chance about that. I think we're all parenting each other. Because sometimes I'm not in my sometimes I'm not in my best state of mind. Maybe I'm tired that day. Maybe I'm this that day. Maybe I'm that day. And Chance steps in and he's got to be like, hey, do this and do that. Come on now. And he's got to help me out. And then sometimes I got to do that for him. Sometimes other people help you out at work or maybe the doctor. He's like your parent too. Everybody's basically parenting each other. We're all influencing each other, giving each other different experiences, and we're all fucking imprinting on each other. And we're all trying to make each other better, hopefully. If you're not fucking spreading rumors and spreading hate. I went to I went to Casey's one morning. I went to Casey's it was on lunch. And I was just trying to get Zins or something. But these two people in front of me were dogging on this person. I don't even know what they were talking about. But I felt bad for whoever they were talking about, even if they were a piece of shit. These people were dogging on them like, I fucking told them this and they were just talking shit about the guy. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is what everybody does. We all just gossip, and it looks disgusting, dude. That's what I started to realize. That's why I've tried to, like, tone myself down. Like, I'm not trying to act like hot shit, and I'll make it very clear that I'm not, because I watch people, like, I don't know if I talked about this on here, but I talked about it to Chance. I seen powerlifters at the gym, man, and those motherfuckers, I'm sure real powerlifting, fine, great, do it. But the things that they're doing at this gym, man, not powerlifting. Maybe it is, but they're being obnoxious. I could say that. Like, I don't think it's necessary to do what the fuck they're doing. Like, two examples I have, alright? There's one guy, he had these giant ass dumbbells, alright? Like, I'm talking dumbbells that nobody should be picking up even. Like, I don't even know why the dumbbells were at the gym because they're so big. And so this guy, he's like, and then he just throws the dumbbells on the ground as loud as he can. And that's it. That was his workout. I mean, he didn't leave the gym. He wasn't done. But then he was like rolling himself up on a bar. And then the other guy I saw was fucking doing one of those deals where they're deadlifting. You know what I'm saying? They deadlift, and then they throw it up, and they fucking do it. I'm looking at myself, I look so dumb, but, like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? We're supposed to be working out for longevity, to be healthy, to fucking, I always think I'm way louder than I am. That's kind of crazy. But, we're always working out, we're supposed to be working out to maintain our bodies into later years. Not to destroy the motherfucker to look jacked for a second. Like, that's why I don't understand steroids. I would never take steroids. I'll take TRT, testosterone replacement, when I get in my 35, 40s, 45s. Whenever my testosterone level starts decreasing and I notice it, then I will seek professional medical help for testosterone replacement, because I don't want my muscles to deteriorate. I don't want my bone density to deteriorate. I want to be able to keep my body together as long as possible. And the fact is that testosterone helps the male body, well, not just the male body, the female body do that as well, because females have more testosterone than estrogen even. Let me Google that, make sure that's real. I'm pretty sure that's real shit. Mr. Adam Hudson. Sorry. I'm being a hypocrite because I'm saying it's good to... Sorry. I'm being a hypocrite because I said it'd be awesome to have Adam on the podcast, and that people don't normally put their phones down for the podcast anymore. What was I doing on this thing? Why is it... I don't even know what I was talking about now. This motherfucker... I was talking about power lifters at the gym, and I was looking up... I remember. You see? You see? That's why you gotta stay focused, ladies and gentlemen, because the phone can be a goddamn demon. Do women have more testosterone than estrogen? Yes, women have more testosterone than estrogen before menopause, but their testosterone levels are still much lower than men's. That's crazy. So, let me look this up. That means that perhaps giving women testosterone could offset the menopause? Maybe? If they have more testosterone before menopause, let's just ask the fucking AI, all right? Would giving women TRT offset menopause? Question mark? The use of testosterone replacement therapy for women, particularly in the context of menopause, has been a topic of growing interest and research. Here's what the current understanding and discussions around TRT for women, especially during menopause, suggest. Look at your boy. I figured it out. I didn't even know. Let's read this shit. TRT in women, especially postmenopausal women, has been shown to improve sexual function, including desire, arousal, and satisfaction. This improvement is significant for women experiencing hypoactive sexual desire disorder, which can be exacerbated during menopause due to hormonal change. Testosterone contributes to bone density, thus TRT could potentially help in reducing the risk of osteoporosis, a condition that becomes more prevalent postmenopause due to decline in estrogen levels. Muscle mass and strength, obviously. Mood and well-being. That's a huge thing. But I forgot to even mention that. Besides the physical effects of TRT, men tend to get depressed, and I'm sure women tend to get a little depressed. Our brain is a chemical organ. We've got hormones in our body. It all needs to be balanced out, brother. If it's not balanced, we're fucked. And that's why we start to get sad, and our body starts to get fucked up. And I don't want that. That's what all the latest science and stuff is doing now. And that's why I've started looking into it and shit, because I want to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible. But let's keep reading here. Mood and well-being, cardiovascular health, controversies and considerations. It's not FDA approved. Fuck the FDA. Just kidding. We need an FDA, but they're not the ones to be looking at that type of shit, all right? I mean, they are. They should be, but they're not. So, the appropriate dose for women is much lower than men, obviously. Women can grow hair, acne, research gaps, public sentiment discussion. That's pretty awesome. I didn't know that. That's pretty wild stuff to know. Let's see what we're at here. We're at 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I was going to have a hard time with this. And we're doing another one with cheese. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. That's all I'm trying to do, bro. I'm going to bombard this fucker. I'm going to keep doing them until they let me in that algorithm. I'm going to sneak in their back door. I'm going to get in there, man. No matter how long it takes. They don't know how obsessed and addicted and crazy I'll get for this thing. I'll fucking sit here fucking 60 hours if I have to. I'll do it. I'm just kidding. All right, let's calm the fuck down here, all right? The reason I want to start growing mushrooms is because they have so many benefits. I want to pull the book out to to be 100% honest. Let's see what let's try not to fuck up the goddamn microphone at least, because it won't fuck up if we just move the camera. But if we fuck up the microphone, we're doomed. Let's try this. Do we even need this? How does this look? Alright. That's a little fucking close. Jesus Christ. Alright. That's not terrible. Right? Right? Alright, we're good. Let's pull this book out here. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful book. I just want to see. Alright, we're going to flip through here for a second. Because I guarantee I can find the goddamn medicinal properties. So, golden oysters are good for pulmonary emphysema. But that's not the ones I want to get to. The oyster mushrooms are very common. They're very awesome. I've eaten them. But there's a lot more with a lot more benefits. Some of these don't know the benefits. The polypores. Bro, there's amazing benefits to these mushrooms. Like Alzheimer's. There's cancer benefits. There's benefits to dementia. There's benefits to AIDS. There's benefits to immune system. There's benefits for antibiotic health and antiviral properties. There's so many benefits in this goddamn book. It's just a thick-ass book, bro. This book took me a minute. It took me a minute, and even I got bored with it. I love mushrooms, and I love reading about them. But I got bored as fuck because there's so much shit in this book. This is one of them. Turkey tail. Is this turkey tail? No, this is the mori. What is this? ¿Qué es maitake? Oh. I ripped this page, man. That's fucked up. Oh, perfect. Alright, what are we at? Where is this? What is this? Alright, let me read this to you. The Zuling, or the umbrella polypore. This fleshy polypore has long been a favorite edible. Of all the fruit bodies represented in the genus Polyporus P. umbellatus, is one of the most fragile and delicate. This mushroom forms an underground tuber-like structure, a sclerotium, which has figured prominently in Chinese pharmacopoeia, especially in the treatment of lung cancer. The shape of the sclerotia resembles hog dung, except it is extremely hard wood-like. After sitting dormant for months, the sclerotia soften as they swell with water and sprout deliciously edible mushrooms. They're non-psychoactive, like these aren't psychedelic at all. They're not going to fucking make you trip or nothing. They're just food. It's food. It's literally just food. And we don't have it in grocery stores and shit for why? Why? Why are we selling all these mushrooms everywhere? But listen to this. This mushroom has been heralded to possess potent anti-cancer, immunopotentiating properties. However, few scientific studies have been conducted, and none by Western researchers. During a visit to the Institute of Materia Medica in October of 1983, Dr. Andrew Weil, Dr. Emanuel Salzman, Gary Linkoff, myself, and others were informed by excited researchers that water extracts of this mushrooms, when given to lung cancer patients after radiation therapy, resulted in complete recovery in the majority of the patients. The patients continued a regimen of Zuling tea for several years. Quality of life of the patients dramatically improved and characterized by increased appetites, absence of malaise, and normalization of immune function. The majority of those patients not given Zuling died. The people who weren't given these fucking mushrooms died. And the other ones, they're living a happy, healthy life. And we don't fucking sell these as medicine. It's just a mushroom that grows in the forest, dude. This is why I'm obsessed. Because mushrooms are the fucking... They are the dominant species on this planet. They pollinated this planet way before we did. They're underneath the ocean. We can't get down that far. They're in lava beds. We can't go in there. That's too hot. They're everywhere. They can survive the vacuum of space. They can survive extreme cold, extreme heat. Bruh, these things are fucking super. They're like superhero species. We're a piece of them. Fungus are more closely related to animals than they are plants. They're basically like a meat plant. It's weird as fuck. They're so weird, but they're everywhere. They're involved in everything in nature, and we completely ignore them. It's insane, bro. Look at this. Okay, here's another one. Turkey tail. All right, I found these in the forest. I posted a video. If you look at the short, I posted a bunch of these. All right, I'll show you a picture. Look at them. Look how fucking beautiful, goddammit. Look at those. They're gorgeous. Oh my god. And now look. Alright, we're going to go to... Apparently these are super common as well. And these are one of the most beneficial. This is the one I was trying to find. And then we'll put the book away. I'm just nerding out on everybody. Alright. Listen to this. Tremetis versicolor is the source of PSK, commercially known as Crestin, responsible for several $100 million of sales as an approved anti-cancer drug in Asia. In clinical studies of 224 patients and 262 patients afflicted with gastric cancer, it says between these patients, it says where they're at and when they were done. I just didn't read that. Sorry. Afflicted with gastric cancer and treated with chemotherapy, patients showed a decrease in recurrence, an increase in the disease-free survival rate when treatment was combined with a regimen of using the protein-bound polysaccharide from Tremetis versicolor. By all measures, the treatment was clearly cost-effective. PSK reduces cancer metastasis. PSK stimulated interleukin-1 production in human cells. I don't know what that is either. It's cancer. It's fucking cancer. That's the real nerdy way to say cancer. I know I googled it. Interleukin-1 production. I'm sorry. I had to say it like that. PSK was also found to be a scavenger of free radical oxidizing compounds through the production of manganese superoxide dismutases, a highly water-soluble low cytotoxic polysaccharides. Sorry. This is why I got bored. It's real fucking hard and real nerd jargon, alright? A highly water-soluble, low cytotoxic polysaccharopeptide isolated from this mushroom has been proposed as an antiviral agent inhibiting HIV replication based on an in vitro study. And it shows it's basically citing all these studies. PSP is a classical biological response modifier including gamma interferon, interleukin 2, and T-cell proliferation. A lot of cancer stuffs. And HIV. That's what my brain says. Make it stupid for us to understand. Differing arbanose, while PSK does not but have fructose. I don't know why I'm holding it like this. Reported that a polysaccharide, blah, blah, blah. Anti-tumor properties. Immunomodulating response. Recover of spleen cells. Strong antibiotic. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, dude. This is why I want to grow them. These are like I literally think when the Greeks said, "Let thy food be thy medicine," I think that is what they meant. Eat some goddamn mushies, man. Eat some fucking mushrooms. Get it together. I think I got the immortality key. Did I get the immortality key? I did, dude. That's a good book, too. You should read that if you haven't. It's very nice. Talks about psychedelics in ancient Greece. Alright, let's see if we can steady these motherfucker back up. It's trying to pull. I think I gotta push it this way a little bit. There we go. Very nice. Should we ask? Let's ask ChatGPT, or not ChatGPT. I need to delete ChatGPT. Fuck ChatGPT. We're going to talk to Grok from now on. I trust Elon way more. Maybe that's biased me. Maybe. I've looked into Elon a lot. All right. Our most intelligent model. Perfect. Are drugs bad? Let's ask the most simple, age-old question. What are we at here? Alright, we're at 40. This is what we're going to end on. We're going to ask the age-old question. Are drugs bad? See what AI thinks about this this question that humans have been trying to figure out for 70 years. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. It's just a lot of weighing pros and cons. It gives legitimate reasonings. Let's read the summary. I'll read the summary. In conclusion, whether drugs are bad isn't universally agreed upon and depends heavily on the drug in question, its use, the context, and outcomes of that use. Drugs can be both beneficial in medical contexts and profoundly harmful when misused or abused. The key lies in understanding the substance, the reason for its use, the manner of use, and the societal and health-related implication involved. You know what? That's a great answer. Why the hell did we ban them? All right. I love you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back later for another one.